All right, everybody, welcome to our broadcast tonight. We're talking about YouTube, and we're talking about some of the basics of YouTube as it relates to internet marketing. If you're an internet marketer, why YouTube matters to you, and some of the opportunities there to make money off of YouTube. So this is going to be very high level. It's going to be mostly for beginners, um, and hopefully this makes some sense because there's some serious power on YouTube, and any internet marketer should at least have some sort of YouTube strategy that they're trying to employ. Now, we're not going to try to fit all of this all into one call or one training today, but I'm going to share a few things to hopefully give you a good perspective of why we should use it and how I've used it as an internet marketer and how I think you guys should too. Okay. First thing that's interesting, YouTube hasn't been around for all that long, right? I'll bet a lot of you guys didn't even realize that YouTube only started in just 2005. That was when the very, very first YouTube video was uploaded. And I always laugh a little bit. Let me show you what that video looked like. This was the very first YouTube video. Let me see if I can find it here. It's called Me at the Zoo. This one right here. If you're ever curious, just look in YouTube, Me at the Zoo. This is the very first video, lasts 18 seconds. I know you guys can't see it, but this is the owner or the original founder of YouTube creating the first video and uploading it in. And basically, he's at the zoo here, and he's just telling you why he thinks elephants are interesting. I mean, there's nothing special about that video at all. You can go watch it again. It's 18 seconds long, but that was the very first one done. That was back in 2005. And really, YouTube wasn't big before that because if you guys can remember, back in the day, internet speeds weren't really good enough to stream video like they are now. Now that high speed internet is pretty widespread, YouTube itself is just, I mean, it's exploded, and to the point where this might surprise you, but YouTube is the second largest search engine on the internet. Google's number one. So, right, and that doesn't surprise anybody. Google's number one. The second most visited place that people go to do searches online is YouTube. And why is that? Well, it's because video content is phenomenal, right? It's one thing to read an article. It's entirely something else to see a video of something happening, right? And in a day and age when internet speeds are so good, people move more and more towards video. I think there's always going to be a demand for articles and written content. I don't think that's ever going to go away, but a lot of stuff is moving towards video for sure. So back in 2006, I mean, this was shortly after YouTube got started, Google ended up buying it for somewhere in the neighborhood of like $1 billion or $1.5 billion, and made a lot of people very wealthy. And then Google's held on to it ever since. And now, it's got over 1 billion users, and so like I said, second largest search engine out there on the internet. It's tremendous. So it matters in the marketing landscape on the internet. And you should seriously consider how you're using it or how you're not using it right now. Okay. Now I want to talk about how we can use it just very simply to make money. Okay. And you can do this more as an affiliate strategy. But you could use it as a way to promote your e-commerce business. But I find that YouTube is much more viable for you guys that are doing some affiliate marketing. Specifically, I use YouTube for AdSense revenue. Okay, so I've had YouTube channels over the years, and what I've found is for every and this will vary depending on what kind of video content you're creating, but for every 200 views that I get on a video, it equals about $1 that I get paid. Just to give you an idea off of some of the videos that I've created over the years. 200 views equals $1. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're getting hundreds of thousands of views, right, you're making thousands of dollars on this stuff. which is why you find crazy videos out there that have millions and millions of views that are really viral and really popular. And whoever has created that video attaches a little advertising to it, and they're making money off of it. Do you guys know how that works? Have you noticed that when you look on YouTube at videos, usually you get hit with an ad, or a lot of times you get hit with an ad, right? One of my very favorite YouTube channels is this one right here. I'm going to show you guys. It's called Dude Perfect, right here. Okay, and these guys, who's heard of Dude Perfect, by the way? It's a very popular YouTube channel. Anybody here who's with me heard of this channel? Okay, so they released this video that I just circled 3 days ago. And it's got almost 20 million views, okay? But you'll notice before the video starts, we're getting an ad here first, right? And that's where most of the revenue from these videos are coming from, are the ads. Now I can choose and skip the ads. Some of you guys maybe have noticed this before. Let me get out a yellow pen here. Right? There's an option right here where I can skip this ad in 5 seconds. Otherwise, the ad, and I know this is small, but if you look closely, the ad is going to last a minute and 55 seconds. Okay, that'll be the length of this ad. And then it shows here a link, and this is probably who it's by. I mean, we won't watch the ad. I know you guys can't hear it right now. I'm not going to play it. We'll just skip through it here in just a second. But that's how a lot of these people who are uploading video content onto YouTube are making money. Now, where do these ads come from? I've taught some of you guys about Google AdSense before, I believe. If you've been in any of my affiliate marketing videos over the years, I've taught you about something called Google AdSense. How many of you guys who are here right now with me are familiar with Google AdSense? It's okay if you're not. I'm just curious. Maybe put it in the chat there so I can see. I'm getting some yeses that are coming in. Good. A few are coming in. For those of you guys who don't know what Google AdSense is, let me just explain. Google is a multi-billion-dollar company because people pay to advertise on Google. And when they pay to advertise in Google's search engine, but they also pay and they create these ads that actually show up on YouTube videos. Okay, so this whoever paid for this ad, they're running it here on this video, and they're basically paying YouTube, who is Google, by the way, right? Google owns YouTube. They're basically paying YouTube for that ad to show up on videos, and the rates vary, right? I mean, it depends on a lot of things, but YouTube is making money on it, and then because I uploaded the video and I created the content here, I'm going to make money on it. Essentially, Google is profit sharing with the video creator, and literally any of you guys can do this. Any of you guys can do this that have videos that you can add, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. So there's nothing special about people choosing ads and partnering with companies, and that's all done for you. If you sign up for a very simple Google AdSense account, and you start creating videos and loading them onto YouTube, I'll show you this in another time. This is just kind of high level today. You can connect in your Google AdSense account to your YouTube, and then you can make commercials and ads play on your videos, right? Now, you got to get a fair number of views for this to be worth your time, right? So what I'm saying here is I've done the calculations on some of my YouTube videos that I've created over the years, and for me, about every 200 visitors makes me $1. And you might say, well, that's not all that much. I mean, it'd take you a lot of visits to make any money, right? But if that's the case, every 1,000 visitors makes me $5, and you see these videos out there that have tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of views, you can make a substantial amount of money. And I've created all kinds of video content over the years. And if I've got a video that gets viewed like crazy, and I've had a few that have done really well, it may have only taken me, oh, I don't know, an hour, maybe 30 minutes to record the video, and all of a sudden, you know, that video is making me some serious money. One of my better videos literally took me probably 15 minutes to create, and I ended up making, I mean, right now, I just checked a few minutes ago, I've made $500 off of that video. It took me 15 minutes to make. And that video is still sitting out there on YouTube, getting found over and over and over again. And as a result, I'm getting paid residually off of that all the time. Now, the way the payment system actually works within Google AdSense is you have to accrue about $100 worth of revenue, guys. So you need to make at least $100 in your AdSense, which means you'd need to get a certain number, you know, view count on your videos. And once you hit that $100 mark, you can connect a bank account to your Google AdSense account. And I guess I should just go here, Google, just so I can show you what that looks like. Well, I'll do that in a minute because I was going to show you the video here. But anyway, google.com/AdSense is the URL. And you'd go to that site, you'd sign up for your ad account, connect it in, and then that would show you your balance. But you can connect in a bank account there. They can write you a check. But whenever you get over $100 in accrued revenue, that's when you make money off of this. And for me, I just get a deposit once a month into a bank account from Google for all of the ad revenue that I made money on. And it is such a cool system. So you'll hear about these people that are multi-millionaires on YouTube because they've got a great channel and they're just making a ton of money off it. These guys are an example of that. So look them up if you haven't heard of them already. They're called Dude Perfect. They're basically just a group of guys in college that started to do these trick shots with basketballs and baseballs and tennis balls, like throwing in a basketball from off the top of a building and making it and catching it on video and then uploading it onto YouTube. They started that way. They got a lot of momentum, and now, I mean, they're worth millions of dollars because of their YouTube channel. I'm not suggesting you have to even record yourself on YouTube here or anything like that. So if you're like, this isn't for me because I don't want to put myself on camera, you don't have to put yourself on camera, right? You could do something as simple as using your phone, right? A lot of you guys have video capabilities on your phone. You can do a video of something very simple where you show somebody how to do something, and that's the biggest tip I want to give to you guys. Now you can do videos in your niche, right? I mean, if you've got a fitness niche, let's say your niche is something in yoga, and you know, maybe you've got a blog in it, or maybe not. Maybe you just want to start creating content and making money off of YouTube doing it. You could create a yoga YouTube page, and you could create tutorials, how-tos, and content with your simple phone camera and upload videos onto YouTube, right? Now that would make some of you uncomfortable, right? If you're not into, you know, showing off yourself online on videos. So if you're not into that, so I was talking to somebody about this the other day. You can do simple online tutorials. Okay, there's some copy and paste tutorials out there on YouTube that have like well over 100,000 views, and I would venture to guess the vast majority of you guys here know how to copy and paste, right? It's a basic skill. You've learned it over the years. There's a lot of people that don't know how to do that. You go out there online, create a simple tutorial on how to copy and paste, load that video up onto YouTube, do a little bit of marketing. There's some YouTube SEO, and so there's some ranking stuff you have to be aware of. YouTube's like anything else. It's a lot like Google. They have a ranking algorithm of sorts, and nobody knows exactly what that algorithm is. And we'll talk another time about some of the principles that create rankings with videos. But if you guys will go and create some of these basic tutorial type videos, connect an AdSense account to it, load it up onto YouTube with some basic SEO work done on it, you can create a legitimate residual income from it. I've done it over the years. I've done it with all kinds of different videos. And it is so cool because I don't deal with customers, I don't deal with sales. I just can create great content that I can load online and share. And you know, for you guys that are like, I have no idea, what kind of a video would I create? You have to think about just simple things that you can show people how to do. I would venture to guess that all of you guys have certain skill sets and areas that you're that person that somebody goes to for X, Y, or Z. Maybe you're that person that somebody goes to for gardening help, or for, help with a dog or a cat or a pet. Or maybe you're that person somebody goes to for computer questions or internet questions. Or maybe you're more of a fitness guru, or maybe you're a nutritionist, or all of you guys, you all have a diverse background, right? All of you guys have things that you're good at. And you can take those things that you're good at, make these very simple videos, load them up onto YouTube, connect your AdSense in, and actually make money off of it. It's an outside the box type of strategy. It doesn't necessarily need to be, some sort of a niche you follow. You could make all kinds of just different random videos if you wanted to. And the creation of the video is probably something we should talk about another time. And we can brainstorm different ideas for you guys, but I want you to think about this seriously for yourself and take a few minutes and just account for the things that you know how to do and know how to do well, and how you might be able to create a video showing people how to do it. Maybe you have like a secret do-it-yourself trick around the house on how to get up a tough stain out of the carpet, right? Like it's your secret. You share it online with a simple video, it works well, and you get a ton of views, right? Connect in some AdSense and make some money off of it. And you can make significant money. Like I was saying, I've made videos that have taken me 15 or 20 minutes, all said and done, loaded onto eBay or onto YouTube, and I've made hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars off of those videos over time. It may not happen all at once, but if you made a strategy on YouTube where you were consistently adding a video a week, a couple of videos a week, and you were doing a good job on those and doing some of the things we teach, you could actually create a legitimate income off of that kind of a strategy. So I want you guys to think outside of the box. I mean, sometimes you get into an internet marketing program like this where we're teaching you ways to make money, and we focus on some of the more traditional approaches. Have a website, sell product, do drop shipping, carry your own inventory, do eBay, do link posting or affiliate marketing. Some of you guys would excel in this if you just knew how to do it. And so I think I'm going to take a few weeks here and just do a little series and show you guys, if you're interested, how to leverage YouTube to make some money, because you can make sizable money. And if not sizable, at least some supplementary income off of it, where, hey, you're making your car payment off of the, $300 a month you're making off of YouTube. That's doable. And I know all of you guys have stuff that you could share if you wanted. If this isn't your cup of tea, that's fine. There's a million other things we can do online to make money. This is just one that I think some of you guys would really, really like. To your question, Michelle, you say, can AdSense for your blog and YouTube be connected through one account? Yeah, it can. So you can have one AdSense account, and that can be your AdSense you're using for your blog and for some of your other affiliate marketing stuff, and then you can use that same AdSense account right here on YouTube if you want to. Absolutely. Look up this channel if you get a sec, this Dude Perfect channel, and that'll kind of give you a glimpse into somebody or a group of guys that does this really, really well and has just a really unique niche and is just blown up, right? That's like best case scenario kind of talk here. I'm not suggesting we're gonna create anything like this. I certainly never have and probably never will. But if you can do it on a much smaller scale, you can at least make some income that'll make a difference. So take a few minutes. I'd encourage you guys over the next week to just sort of inventory what you know and what you could share, and then let's consider putting together a strategy where you can do some of this YouTube stuff. And I'll be sharing more throughout these Thursday videos on how to go about doing that. And I'll teach you guys the nuts and bolts. I just kind of want to share with you high level what you could do to go about making money on here. And I'm telling you, it's easier than you think. I mean, with this being truly the second largest search engine on the internet, I mean, do you realize how much traffic flows through here and how that, I imagine, is only going to increase as internet continues to get better and as people continue to flock through video. Video's not going anywhere, right? Video's been around for a long, long time. It's more accessible than it's ever been. I would rather go to YouTube to figure out. I mean, I'll give you a good example of this. There's a every Thanksgiving I like to make a turkey. Well, we go to friends or families' homes a lot, but even if we're not hosting, I always make one because I love to do it. I got my recipe off of a YouTube channel that showed me step by step how to do it and how to do it well. And now I feel like I'm some kind of expert on it, right? But I couldn't have gotten that same sort of training from a recipe book, right? You could try, you could read through a really well done recipe, but I'm telling you, to have somebody show you how to do it makes a big difference. And that's why this is so popular these days. Because the regular Joe down the street has good enough internet to where they can see video very easily, and that's why this is a big deal. So I want you guys to think about that a little bit. I won't go any detail tonight on the nuts and bolts of it. I wanted to give you high level, get you guys thinking about it, maybe come back with some ideas next time, and then we can talk about maybe the specifics of how to implement this stuff. Okay? I'm going to turn off the recording right now. If you're watching this recorded, thanks for coming along, and then I'm going to leave this open for some questions right now. So thanks for coming along.